protesters are saying, no, they don't want ICE in Los Angeles.
They don't want ICE in Los Angeles.
The people that have...
They don't want ICE in Los Angeles. Keep in mind, we listening to something else here while the footage is here. And they don't want ICE in Los Angeles. See, this is why I put a tie on for moments like this, so that when I say shit, people take me seriously, okay? Because I know this ties would do it. I don't think it would be wise to not have ICE anywhere. You know? Unless, like, is we breaking down all the barriers for just transitioning, going into different countries? Because I always say to myself, I'm like, yo, I would like to go to Canada one day. But they're like, yo, oh, you got felonies or particular kind of felonies. You can't go to Canada. So now I'm like, hold on. Can we get the protesting for dudes with felonies that want to go to Canada? We want in, and we don't like how y'all saying y'all don't want us in.
Been arrested. There are about 118 people that were arrested according to the Department of Homeland Security in the several actions that took place in Los Angeles this week. Some of them here in downtown Los Angeles, 3 of them on Friday, and then again today in about an hour south of downtown Los Angeles in the town of Paramount. That is where we saw some quite stunning video of protesters, community members stepping in and kind of stepping in the way.
Yo, now look.
Federal immigration officers as they were staging for a potential raid there. Brian, we are also hearing the calls for the release of, you can hear it from David Huerta, a prominent actor.
Yo. I'm getting those George Floyd vibes again.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Well, Bootingham, in what way is you getting those George Floyd vibes? A lot of people think it's a game. I know of a case where there was a guy protesting with the George Floyd thing, and this is months after everything ended and everybody was back cool. Everybody had their money. They was out spending stuff, having a good time, blowing Amazon up, blowing Shein up. The people was kind of settled in doing what they was doing. And then this dude went to trial. He blew trial. He got 6 years out there protesting and acting a fool. Yeah, it's going to be some Americans that's Americans that's going to be doing some hard American time.
You tell me,
hard American
peanut
time.
butter jelly, peanut butter jelly. There she go, the lady of my dreams.
The National Guard, we are expecting the National Guard to arrive in Los Angeles soon after President Trump authorized about 2,000 of them to come in. Now, we also did hear from Governor Gavin Newsom.
Now, hold on. That is a question we got to ask ourselves, too, gang, because we got questions out here.
These protests, which right now are quite small, even though these images I know are striking. I'm not sure if we have those right now, but earlier today,
you got questions out here.
Near Paramount, where these ICE presence was known earlier today, we saw a car set on fire. We could see protesters with Mexican flags setting that car on fire. That's, again, just an hour south of where we are. Just to give you that sense.
And let me tell y'all something, gang.
These actions are.
Let me tell y'all something.
These specific locations where ICE raids.
This might not end so well.
The detention center is where some of the people that have been picked up in these raids have been brought to, right?
All right, Julia Vargas-Jones, I want you to stay with me. I also want to bring in now CNN senior national security analyst Julia.
Booting,
Julia,
booting
if you're
him.
with me, you just heard.
They want to bring in booting him.
Julia there describing the scene, but from the images that we've been putting up,
history hasn't seen something like this, and I think
Hold on, let's go.
Defy state is overwhelmed, and so think Hurricane Katrina. I just looked up the numbers. In Hurricane Katrina, about 7,000 National Guard were federalized. So under just the comparison to 2,000 for a couple of hundred protesters, you can just get a sense of the sort of reaction that the Trump White House is having. The second type of instance where you would see a president ignore a governor's wishes is if the governor.
Keep in mind, she definitely compared Hurricane Katrina relief to angry citizen put down. If there's a natural disaster and people's lives need to be saved, that might be different than angry citizens protesting. And I would hope that everyone can at least agree on that. That's something that's kind of agreeable to everyone. Of course it is. I'm wearing a tie. See? So, why would you, of course, not listen to me? I'm wearing the tie. Jesus.
Defies a court order. So that's Little Rock, the civil rights cases in which the president federalized the National Guard to allow to support the Supreme Court's decision. Modern history hasn't seen something like this, and I think that's why Gavin Newsom and certainly.
Now, hey, black people, yes, the president at that time, when they said, hey, we integrating black people could go in these schools, and the people in them states was like, nah, black people can't go in them schools. And then the National Guard was called out for that as well. And there was some people on the other side of that who felt like they was dead right. Like they ain't get like dead. Wow. I was like, yo. Remember they was throwing stuff at the people trying to help they was wilding on the National Guard trying to help black people go up in them schoolhouses and colleges and places to eat and all that. Oh, look at that young man right there. So you see he getting arrested. It be a game. That young man right there, right? Because what it is, you having a good time. You out there protesting. And let me tell you something, right? Young Julio, old Ernesto, they going to end up getting deported. And it's sad. It's a very sad situation. They're going to end up getting deported. And then you going to end up getting exported to a prison in your state. And maybe you going to get extorted in a prison in your state. And maybe at some point they even put you in a cell with a bunkie that swear you look like his best friend's sister from when he was little that he used to have a crush on. And that's going to be crazy.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
That's going to turn to an outrageous situation. Oh man, it is sad just watching people get arrested for, like, you know. And remember, I have the tie on. For protesting and causing unrest. And hey, listen to me. You people in the hood, don't y'all think y'all about to start jumping in front of the people that's raiding the drug spots, okay? Because, you know, some of those drug dealers are the heroes. Right? You know, they help the community out, do stuff, little cash. They might bust heads. They might gangbang and be killing and stuff like that. But, you know, bought the kids some ice cream. So, how y'all just going to come up here and take them? We shall overcome, I guess. Someday.